We are James and Jennifer Boyd, owners of a tile and remodel company, as well as a home decor and gift boutique in North Carolina. Join us as we share home design and decor tips, as well as how-to tutorials as we work through some of our own projects at home. James and I have been a little bit busy working on projects in our own offices. So I'm bringing you in on, let's see, this is a couple weeks in. So we've already started, we've made some progress. Here's what we've got. This is my office space, and these walls were actually this color. There's James.
Hello.
These walls were actually this color. James painted these for me 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. So I love the color. He painted these cabinets as well. I wanted the cabinets, my trim, that whole wall. The door is also the same color. Ta-da!
So this used to be Jen's old office. The first half of it anyways. And then we had a storage room. So started off by coming in here, you can see the scar on the floor here. We removed a wall from here, took the drop ceiling out of both rooms, opened it up, fixed all the wires, everything had to be moved, rerouted. The alarm system, the phone system, all the electrical, security lights, everything had to be moved. The air vents, things like that. So the only thing we didn't have to move was any plumbing. But we've raised the ceiling up now to the height in the back. So we're at 11 feet in the back now, instead of the 8 feet it was at. All new electrical. Over my desk I'm gonna have 2 large lights. I'm gonna have a ceiling fan in here. I'm repurposing these Parcan 56 lights, which are basically a stage light that you see. Repurposing those, putting LED kits in them so that I can use those. There are gonna be 15 of those in here to light the space.
For my desk, I'm going to be using the Fusion paint that we now currently sell at the boutique, and I'm really excited about this. It's a mineral-based paint, a mineral and 100% acrylic. This minimal prep, I'm just going to use a little bit of a palm sander on it to scuff it up a bit, to give the paint something to grip onto, to give it teeth to grab onto. So I've got the whole desk prepped, it's sanded, I wiped it down, and now my favorite part, it's ready for paint. So I'm gonna give this a good shake and get started. And look at that beautiful color. Every good project starts with good tools. So while I'm working on this, I've got James next door. Yesterday he got all of this hung.
Today it's tape and mud day.
Tape and mud day.
I love the 10-foot ceilings we're at now.
Yeah, your ceiling's nice and open. I like how yours is nice and open.
I know a guy.
It's pretty handy. Pretty cute too.
Oh well.
So sometimes things go according to plan and sometimes they don't. A don't happened here. When I was painting the surface of the desk, it started to streak on me. And as you can see, it's just not going on as consistent as it should. So my question was, is it the paint? Is it me? Is it the surface? I'm pretty confident that it's the surface that I needed better prep. So what I did last night is I painted on a grip coat, and you can see the strokes of that grip coat right now. So I'm about to go ahead and go over it with paint, and this time we should go on as it should. Sometimes in life we have a plan A, a plan B, and sometimes we have to go to plan C.
And I'm just pleased that the boo-boo didn't involve me, because a lot of times it does.
So we need to chat a little bit about the progress on the desk. Now, I've never used metallic paint on furniture before, and it is definitely a different beast than the regular paint. So after a little YouTube watching, I figured out some tips and tricks, and I wanted to share those with you guys. So the first thing you need to do is wet your brush. You also want to use some kind of paint extender and put a few drops of that into the metallic paint to thin it down a little bit. And the big trick here is to go in one direction when you're painting. Your brush strokes should all go in one direction. I was painting it like I usually do, and that's a back and forth motion, and that's a big no-no with the metallic paint because you want all of the mica to lay flat. And if you brush back and forth, it makes it stand up. So this is where I'm at so far. Now, from what I've been told, some of it's still wet and some of it's dry. And what I've been told is that you just go over it. Don't worry about places that you missed, because if you try to go over that, it's just gonna lift the paint and stick. So it's in the drying process right now. I didn't do any filming. This part's dry right here. And I see some spots where I have it on a little heavier than others, but I'm supposed to just be okay with that and let that go until it dries completely. And then I can do another coat on top until it's even and I'm happy with the result. I also recommend to do a light sanding. I have a 320 grit that I'll go over the whole thing once I have all the coats that I'm happy with, but I ran out of paint. So I have to wait for more to come in before I can wrap it up. But for now, I've got the top of my desk at a point that I can actually sand it a little bit and get some things back on my desk so I can be a little more productive. It's hard being without your desk for a week.
Sneak it up behind me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you like the sneak attack. Oh.
Reusing trim.
That's right. This is a recycled patio door. Recycled lumber going around it to frame it. That MDF was a wall unit we broke out. We tore out in order to get the new office space. So this entire project of installing this viewing window is actually a freebie.
We like free.
Yeah, pretty fun.
It is such a pretty morning today. A little breezy, but James is up in the office space working on that today. I'm over at the boutique today. Hoping for a great day.
So, Saturday, and I came up here to work on my office a little bit. I don't know if this has been shown yet, but I got one of my favorite pieces already hung on the wall. that's been at our house on the laundry room wall for a couple of years. Made it here to my office. Really happy about that. Love the way that park hands are lighting it. So now we're into, this is the main part of my office. We're into the additional part of my office, which is this room that I've added. It's got some stairs here, the stairs to go down to the shop. And then here, we've got another room that I've added. And then I've got a storage room that I'm adding on the other side of that. So that'll be just my personal storage for my stuff. But I got up here and I just honestly got right into it. This all had to be framed. Literally, this wall got framed today. That wall got framed today. All the sheetrock got put in today. All the insulation got put in today, and the whole thing got electrical today. So I've been up here since about 8:30 this morning going at it. And so Jen just came up to say, hey, how much did you get done? I said, well, this is what I got done. And the next question was, great, how much of it did you film? And my question, none. I didn't. I just got into it and I was working and I didn't even think to film it. So sorry I don't have progress of the project, but I can show you where we're at with it. So I'm pretty excited about how it's coming along.
Thank you so much for tuning into our channel. We appreciate every view, like, and every subscriber. Make sure to send us a comment on questions, feedback, and suggestions of what you would like to see on the channel. See you next time!